Now for the next step, I notice, and we sort of know this from real life too, in Andria Beighton's paintings, there's always a shadow down below the vase. So I have this black paper I'm going to use to create that effect. Since it's a collage, I'm not going to paint it or blend it on there. I'm actually going to create a shape. So the shape needs to kind of go with the vase here. So obviously it's going to be a round shape underneath it. Now, if I draw with a pencil, you're not going to be able to see that on the video so well. So I'm going to use this white crayon so you guys can see it. In front of you, you'll be able to use a pencil to draw your shape. So I'm going to do something that seems like a flat round shape that would be on the table. And the white crayon line doesn't look so great on the collage, but when I cut this out, if I flip it over, it won't actually show. So I'm going to trim this along the line, using that as my path that I should stay on. And then the collage, if you notice, I haven't glued down anything because I really need to get the first few shapes planned out before I commit to gluing down. So this is where it's gonna go. This, not 100% sure yet, so that's why it's not glued down. So the shadow should seem like it's underneath it. So if I put it under there, it seems like there's a contact shadow, cast shadow coming out from under it. But I think even placing it off to the side just a little bit makes a little bit more sense. This is why I didn't want to glue things down just yet, because obviously things are overlapping here. I need to be able to move things and glue them down in the correct order. So the table paper, that can get glued down because it is not overlapped by something else, or it is not overlapping something else, I should say. The vase and the shadow are obviously overlapping it. So thin line of glue. Holding down with one hand and using the glue bottle with the other. Flipping this over. All right, the next shape would actually be the shadow because it needs to go underneath the flower vase. So I need to kind of leave the vase on there to know exactly where am I going to place the black shape for the shadow. So flipping this over. A little thin line of glue, make sure you guys can see this in the video frame. So I want to leave the vase on there for placing this in the right place. I'm going to kind of hold it down and try not to slide glue all over the place. Placing that on there and getting that ready. Now before I commit to gluing down the vase, I want to start the effect of flower stems coming out of the vase. Now, with Andria Beighton, she uses pretty geometric looking shapes. So what I'm going to do is nearby, I have some green paper, and I'm just going to cut some rectangular strips of different lengths to be my flower stems. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little pile of these. And obviously, I said before different lengths, but these are all the same size. So how I place them, how I glue them, that is going to be what makes them look different lengths. So I'm going to see, is this enough? So maybe I start with one here in the middle. But then I tuck this one behind there, and you'll notice I'm going to position them so the vase is overlapping them. That is supposed to help create the effect that the flower stems are down in the vase. So what I would need to do is leave the vase where it is. And I kind of like the idea of this one sticking out further and these coming in. Leave the vase where it is as I glue them down, so I do not have the problem of them being glued in the wrong place. So you glue down your stems, and then we'll talk about actually creating the effect of the flowers.